Hello and welcome to the next practical walkthrough. In this video, we are going to create the command server and based it on this design. We will have a form with a text box and two buttons at the bottom. Right click on the solutions red keylogger and scroll down. Look for the Add menu and select New Project. Go and download this file, commandserver.txt, from the resource section for this lecture. Select C# Windows Desktop and scroll down and look for Windows Form App.NET Framework and then click on the Next button. Ensure that you are in the correct project folder, the correct solution folder, red keylogger. For the project name, call it Command Server. And then click on Create. Next, let us add a form shown event handler. So click on the form to select it and click on the Events button. Scroll down to the shown event handler and double click on it in order to insert the form shown event handler. Now that it has already been inserted, we'll proceed with the design of the user interface. Click on the toolbox on the left and pin it. We are going to insert a text box on top. So go to the All Windows Forms here and look for text box. Double click on it to insert the text box. Now we are going to set the properties for the text box. Come down to the right and make it multi-line. Select the Properties button and click on the multi-line property and change it to True. Then we are going to resize it to fit the width of the window, the width of the form. Next, we are going to add vertical scroll bars. So select the text box object again and come to the Properties panel and scroll down to Scroll Bars and change it to vertical. This is necessary so that if the content of the keystroke is too long, you will be able to scroll it up and down. Now we are going to add two buttons. So look for the button object on the toolbox, double click on it to insert the first button and then drag it to the bottom of the text box. And then come to the properties for the button 1 and under the text property, change it to Get Keystrokes. And then resize the button so that the text will be visible. Next, we are going to add another button on the right. So click on the button again and then position it to the right. Next, come to the Properties panel and change the text for button 2. Call it Stop Climb. And then resize the button so that you can see the text in full. Now we are going to insert the button Click Event Handler So double click on the first one and we got the first button click. Unpin the toolbox to get a bigger workspace. Do the same thing for the second button by double clicking it, and now we have 2 button clicks event handlers. Now we are ready to copy our code into the project. So select everything from the file which you have downloaded and then overwrite everything here. This one should be red keylogger. Now we'll add the missing references. The first one is system runtime remoting. So right click on the references, select add reference, click on assemblies and scroll down to look for system runtime remoting. Click on the checkbox and then click OK. Next we need to add the reference to the remoting interface project. Right click the reference again and click on add reference, select projects and click on the checkbox for remoting interface and click OK. Let's save the code and I'm going to explain how it works. So these are similar to the previous projects, so I'll just keep that. This part is new. So here is where we implement the send keystrokes method. So the send keystrokes method accepts a string parameter, the keylog, and then to create a file called the keystrokes.txt file, and then you write the content of the string keylog into that file. This send keystroke is called remotely by the client red. Referring back to our design, this send keystroke is implemented by the server but called remotely by the client red. The get command method is the same. Button one click is new. When the user clicks on the get keystrokes button, it will be handled by button one click event handler. It will check to see if the keystrokes.txt file exists and then save the result in the boolean variable b file text b file exists, and then it checks if the file exists. If it does, then it will read the contents of the file into the string log contents, and then it will set the text property of textbox1 to the log contents. That will show the keystrokes inside the text box. Make sure the namespace is correct. It should be command server. Every project takes the namespace of the name of the project. So this should be command server because the project name is command server. So now if you build, there should be no errors. So click on save everything, release build, and then rebuild command server, and all succeeded. So now our command server is done. That's all for this practical walkthrough. In the next video, we are going to do the practical walkthrough for the client red. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.